reason or the other. And, some people would rather just kind of leave it in the past and forget about it and just move on to 2017. But for us, we did a lot of gaming. We really bumped up the amount of games we played. And we've got a lot of great games that came out in 2016 that we want to talk to you about.
Now, we are still young parents with young children, so we don't quite get the opportunity to go out and purchase the new hottest game, but we did get plenty of games released in this year, and we would love to tell you about our top 10 for 2016.
So, as with any top 10 list, let's start with number 10.
Number 10 for us is Escape from the Aliens in Outer Space from Osprey Games.
Yeah, this one is really cool. We really like the hunting as an alien hunting humans to an abandoned spaceship, and then as a human, the tension of trying to run and hide from the aliens and get to the escape pod.
Well, definitely, and how you can be deceptive in throwing people off of where you are or where you aren't.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun too.
Now, it's not really cheating. There are versions of this game that didn't come out this year, but this edition, the Ultimate Edition that added the erasable laminated books is what really makes this game a great game. And for all those reasons, that's why we put it at number 10. Next is number 9.
Tides of Madness from Portal Games.
Tides of Madness is a great, for our purposes, a really great game for us to own. It being a 2-player game,
yes.
And not taking much time to play, but still really cool. Really like the drafting mechanism in this game.
This is how you introduced me to drafting.
Yes, and it was a perfect way to introduce it to you.
Yeah.
And we like the theme, of course. We love all things Cthulhu, so the change from the Tides of Time to the Tides of Madness, making it about sanity, we really liked.
And the artwork.
Yes.
Yes.
The artwork is really awesome. So for those reasons, we put Tides of Madness at number 9. Moving right along to number 8.
Beyond Baker Street from Z-Man Games.
Now, me and Laura are huge Sherlock Holmes fans, so that's what initially piqued our interest about this game is the Sherlock Holmes theme. But then we started seeing more about what the game entails.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was very curious about how to play this game, and as we've gotten more and more into it, I really enjoy that.
Yeah,
it's so hard, and we are constantly, every time we deal the cards, having to remind each other, do not look at your hand.
Yes, and we haven't played like Hanabi, so this was our first introduction to that style of game where you can't look at your cards.
Yes.
You have to rely on your teammates to tell you what you have, but not exactly. And the whole balance of revealing cards but not letting Sherlock move and then getting the impossible to the right number.
Right, and I love the color scheme and artwork on this.
That's really cool.
So fun.
And this is a really good way to play 2-player.
Yes.
It's a great 2-player game. It goes from 2 to 4 players, and the way you can make the game more challenging by the setup of the game is really great. So we really enjoy Beyond Baker Street from Z-Man Games. For our number 7 game of 2016, we go to another Cthulhu-themed game with
Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu, also from Z-Man Games.
Now, not only are we Cthulhu fans, but we are Pandemic fans as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we played Pandemic Legacy, we love that. And then, of course, we have the original with some of the expansions. So we knew when we saw the combination of the two, we had to have this game.
Oh, yes, and we are so glad we did, because it is not like the other Pandemic games. It's just enough similarity so as to help bring other players who don't necessarily want to learn brand new rules. There are just a couple of small, subtle changes that we really enjoy.
Right, and we have a full review of it on the Dice Tower, but we love Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. For our number 6 game of 2016, it's time to get a little magical. Laura, grab your trunk.
Ooh, it's gonna be Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle from USAopoly.
Now, Laura is a huge Harry Potter fan. I am too, but not as much as she is. So we initially got the game kind of for her, but we ended up really enjoying this one. A lot of the reasons, a lot of what that really comes down to is how simplistic it is.
Yes, it's so great. Like I talked about on Throat Punch Lunch, how to bring people into the idea of a deck building game, especially with it being a cooperative deck building game, is so helpful. And they do such an awesome job of bringing the theme in and dispersing it just nicely, where it doesn't feel like they just grabbed stuff from the movie and threw it in there. No. They did an excellent job.
Right, and one of my favorite things to do is the little motions on the spell cards with my imaginary wand. It's an unwritten rule that you have to do this or else it's ineffective.
Right.
So for all those reasons, we have Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle as our number 6 game. Down to the bottom half of our list.
Or is it the top half?
Bottom half.
Top.
I don't know sports.
Oh my gosh.
So down to the bottom half
Top.
of our list with number 5. We're all about having a good time, and sometimes having a good time means throwing chairs and cups at each other.
Which is exactly what you get to do in Stronghold Games' The Dragon and Flagon.
This one, the premise of this is what sold us on this game.
Definitely. From the moment that we heard that you could start throwing tankards of ale and ripping rugs out from under people, I was on board.
Well, for me, it was all about swinging from the rafters and landing on people.
Ever since we first heard about that, yes.
And I do it every game. I managed to work it in there. So,
Yes,
Dragon and Flagon, taking on these fantasy character roles, having a all-out brawl in a tavern with the program movement aspect. Sometimes your actions work and sometimes they don't. And that's
just part of the fun.
All that chaos is a blast. And the components are really great quality too, from the wooden chairs, the little mugs and the tables. It's a lot of fun to put together. So, number 5, the Dragon and Flagon from Stronghold Games. Number 4, sometimes you just want to do something pretty simple like matching colors.
Well, and that's exactly what you get to do when you play Potion Explosion from Cool Mini or Not and Horrible Games.
Yeah, this one is really great for transposing what a lot of people might be familiar with in a digital game, such as something like Bejeweled or games. You really like those kinds of games. And,
or Candy Crush.
Yeah, putting it on the tabletop, something you can really relate to other people. And just the simplicity of trying to match these marbles and making combinations.
Well, and the fact that this is a game when you're getting to play with marbles.
Yes. Yeah, the component quality of this with that little marble dispenser is really cool. And making your potions, the little...
And getting to use the potions.
Getting to drink the potions and using their special effects.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, and this is a really good head-to-head game for couples. If you can play 2 to 4 players, but with us when we play, there's not too much take that element to where you get mad at each other. It's really more of fun. Oh, I'm going to take your little marbles. That kind of thing. But yeah, we really love playing this together as well as with our friends. So for that reason, number 4 is Potion Explosion. For our number 3 game, you might start to sense a trend about us. We hinted at it earlier. But let's go ahead and show what our number 3 game is.
Number 3 from Fantasy Flight is Arkham Horror the card game.
Arkham Horror the card game is awesome.
We love it.
Yeah, whereas Eldritch Horror is a stripped down version of Arkham Horror, this is an even more stripped down version. Kind of.
Yeah.
In that it doesn't take up a whole lot of table space. You're still doing a lot of the same kinds of things like...
Well, investigating for clues.
Right.
And
fighting monsters.
Fighting these creatures of Lovecraft's invention. But what I like about it is that your character improves as you play, something that doesn't happen in the board games.
Really cool, as you said, as you play through the campaign, the things that happen to your characters in a previous mission affects their next mission.
Right.
So that's really cool.
Good or bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the ability to upgrade your character by adding in cards, or taking away cards. That's really neat. And then my favorite thing about the game is the chaos tokens. The thing that takes the place of rolling dice for your skill checks is a bag of tokens. And every time you reach your hand in that bag, you never know what you're going to get. So we really like Arkham Horror, the card game. And while we're at it, why don't we add one more Fantasy Flight Cthulhu themed game to our list? So for number 2,
that would be Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition.
Now this game, if you want a thematic experience, this is the game to go to. Right?
We were very excited to hear that they were updating it, adding in the app so that things were streamlined.
Yes.
And it was just, it helped the gameplay flow.
Yeah.
And we've been so excited about that, and we have put that to good use.
Yes. We had the first edition, but like you said, it just wasn't streamlined. We really liked it, but it just took too long to set up. You could make mistakes in the setup real easily, and that would throw off the entire game. This, it does it for you with the use of the app. We really like that about it. We like the future potential for the game.
Yes,
the downloadable content coming, all the expansions coming. That all you have to do really is just add something to the app, and you can easily have a brand new gameplay experience with the game.
That is very exciting. I also even just love like the music that's set in there to help create the mood.
Yeah. So for a great thematic experience, we chose Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition for our number 2 spot. All right, everybody, are you ready for our number 1 game of 2016?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I voted.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm glad we both agreed on this one.
And that is, without much further ado, Islebound from Red Raven Games.
Islebound. This has made us a Red Raven Games fan for life. At least me. It's converted me to Red Raven Games.
I think it's converted into Ryan Lockett.
I'm a big Ryan Lockett fanboy.
Yes, he is.
I love the artwork. What we really like about this game, and I think you described it very well in our podcast.
It's simplistic, but there's still enough complexity, but not too much complexity, that anyone can jump in this game and do really well at it and enjoy it.
Right, and it's with all your choices that you have to be made in the game, they're just complicated enough.
It's just enough.
Just enough.
I mean, just right.
To give the game enough meat to make it feel like you're doing something of value, but not too much to where it's like, gah, I don't know what to do.
Or that you feel like you've just ruined your chances of winning the game.
Right. And this game is so tight, and all the times that we've played it, the scores are very close. So it doesn't really allow, at least in our experiences, for one person to take away with the lead and everyone else feel like they don't have a chance.
Right.
The artwork, we love the artwork. It's so peaceful. And then we play this with the tabletop audio website with a soundtrack to go along with it, and it adds ambiance like the sound of the wind blowing and like sails rippling in the wind and the waves rushing, and because of that combined with the artwork,
it is a very soothing game, and the color scheme,
yes,
that adds to it, that it's something calming,
yes,
and centering, and you don't feel frantic in trying to play this game, and so I feel at ease when I play this game.
It's peaceful. There are several ways to victory, but there's only one winner. And again, this is a great one that Laura and I love playing together.
Yes.
As well as with more friends. So congratulations, Islebound and Red Raven Games. We've named you our number 1 game of 2016. Well, there you have it, our top 10 games of 2016. Now, for those that have been following us on social media, some of these games might not have been so much of a surprise. So if you want to be clued into our next year's top 10 list, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram
at Married with BG. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/marriedwithbg or our website, marriedwithbg.com.
Very universal. Thanks so much for watching our top 10 list of 2016. I'm Spencer.
And I'm Laura.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.